everybody, it's me, Zach, this is Judy, and welcome back to our channel. Hey everybody, it's me, Zach, and I am back again because famously silenced...
Were you silent or were you silenced?
Amberlynn Reed is back with a 17-minute and 40-second video of her being not silent. Talking about, well, it's part 2 to the Q&A, so I'm sure she's answering whatever questions are left over from the community tab post that she made the other day. I did famously react to part 1 of this. I don't know how many parts there's going to be, but right now she is immobile because she hurt her ankle or something. I'm still unclear, like tore ligaments. Something happened and she's not moving, and because of that she's doing these Q&As. So she's doing Q&As on Instagram, which I've covered this week, and she's doing Q&As on YouTube. Basically, eventually, we gotta run out of stuff that can be interesting for her to answer, you know? Like, at some point, there's only so much you can want to know or need to know about the life of Amberlynn Reed, you know? You feel me? So this is called Rumors drama, not rumors comma drama, but rumors drama, comma, getting lymphedema surgery, comma, and scared to lose weight, part 2. So, if you're interested, grab a beverage. She's posting this a little earlier in the day than she has been lately. It is 2 p.m. my time, and it looks like it's been live for... Well, I thought it would tell me, but I don't know. I have the video pulled up and I can't seem... I think it's been like 45 minutes to an hour, something like that. I don't know. I was watching some Big Brother coverage earlier, so I wasn't really paying attention to other things. And then, you know, I'm excited about the Twice comeback tonight. I got a lot going on, but I can always make time for some Amberlynn Reed. So pull a beverage. I got the little iced coffee. And let's get to, shall we? I'm on my way up, straight to the top. Oh.
Hey guys, welcome to a new video. So this one might be a little shorter than the last one. I guess
it's not. it's about the same length.
See when it comes to like editing and stuff. Oh my god, my hair. Girl, I know you guys will say she looks the same as always, but...
You guys or me, Zachary Michael? You guys or me? She has been watching my videos. I think she's heard me. She's heard my message. Girl, you look the same as you always do. There was one time maybe in the past month that you put on makeup and I was like, oh, she looks different. But she's watching. She's watching my videos. I also feel like she's probably watching to the extent that it looks like she is filming from a more comfortable position for herself, which is like, why didn't you do that to begin with, bestie? I don't understand why you wouldn't just set yourself up in the most comfortable position. Because if you're gonna sit there and film in a position that's not comfortable, you might as well get up and like move around and do some stuff, you know? But yeah, good, great. Good to know you're watching. My faithful viewer, Amberlynn Reed.
Everyone's their own...
worst critic.
Enemy. I posted another community post asking you guys to ask me some questions.
Wait, a new one? She posted a new one? I'm really not keeping up. She posted a new post for questions? Oh, she sure did. So how are you calling this a part 2 when you said sending questions for part 2 of my Q&A? How is this a part 2? You're just doing a separate new Q&A. I don't get it. I don't understand the nomenclature, how she goes about naming these things.
So we're going to answer a few of those for today's video. I'm sorry that there's like no vlogs and stuff. Like, that's definitely understandable, I hope, because your girl can't walk correctly.
It is, but also think of like the gag of and the troll of like a bedbound vlog, you know, like what if she did a whole vlog of a day in my life from my bed, you know? I think people would click on that shit so quick. Like, what if she did that?
I mean, I can walk and all that. People are asking like, can you walk at all? Yes, but when what I'm assuming is a high ankle sprain based on the fact that my leg is now hurting a little bit, like the pain.
Wait, why are we assuming? I thought, weren't you getting mad that people were saying that it was just a sprain? And you were getting mad and you're being like, no, the doctor said it was torn ligaments. Now we're assuming it's a high ankle sprain? Listen, I have been trying to be very understanding. I think y'all know I've been very understanding of her health-related issues, including this injury. But what do you mean you're assuming it's a high ankle sprain? I thought the doctors told you that it was torn ligaments. Am I, like, do y'all get why I'm confused? Are you confused?
Is radiating up to my leg. Oh, by the way, I did talk to my primary care doctor. And she said that, you know, everything I'm experiencing and what I'm doing is perfect and what I'm experiencing is normal for a high ankle sprain, which means I tore the ligaments that are more higher, like above the ankle, which is harder to heal. She said that what I'm doing is perfect, but if I notice that in like 3 more weeks.
Are sprains and torn ligaments the same? Again, this really is, bring out the future Zachary Mike merch of I'm not an expert. Because I'm not an expert, but I would assume a torn ligament is not the same thing. And now look who's assuming. Maybe Amberlynn and I both need to stop assuming, because you know what they say. It makes an ass out of you and me. So let's just stop assuming. But are those things the same?
So today is day 9 of this happening.
Okay.
This did happen on August 16th, Tuesday night. And it's been over a week now, and I can say walking has gotten easier.
Okay.
Walking obviously hurts, but what I noticed that hurts the most is when I'm sitting like in a chair. I mean, I haven't really sat in a chair. I've obviously sat in the toilet and I've sat on my bed, but
well, and you sat in a chair whenever you filmed the last part of the Q&A. I mean, you did that too, which a lot of you did say in the comments of my last video reacting to a Q&A, or her Q&A, that it is possible for that to be a very painful position to be in if this is something like an injury you've incurred. I really didn't know. My whole point was like, well, girl, go prop that foot up somewhere. Like, you could literally film this Q&A from anywhere.
Okay, now I'm just like totes rambling about my ankle, but I just want to give like random updates.
Let's get to the Q&A.
I'm still icing it, resting, elevating.
I need to know. I need to know the answers to these questions. Let's go.
Weight on it and stuff like that. So, yeah, that's what's going on with that. Now let's get into some of these questions. Would you consider talking through your stories and poems and explaining them? You don't like writing advice, but maybe you could explain your writing, and that might give a lick of understanding to people.
You know what? This is a great start, Amberlynn. Great start picking a reasonable question. It's not a drama question. It's not somebody who's trying to, like, antagonizing you. We're setting the groundwork. We're setting a good, positive vibe, positive space, positive energy only. Don't let people surround your energy, take from your energy.
Maybe I could do that. I know my poetry from years ago is so bad and so cringy. And something I'm actually thinking of doing is
I'll put it up on the screen, but I think I think your poetry is still kind of cringe, girl.
Those long-winded, cringy, horrible poems and transferring them into the person I am today and the writer that I am today. Because my writing today is so drastically different.
That could be a whole video that wasn't a Q&A. Could you imagine a whole video where she went through her old poetry and stories and shit?
The way that I used to write. So I was kind of thinking about, taking a poem, rewriting it, and doing like a before and after, and maybe sharing that with you guys.
Let's go!
I love poetry. I've always loved poetry, but the way that I write is so different from how I used to write, and I don't really share any current poetry.
No,
I've shared a couple times.
You did on that damn scratch art. I just showed it on the screen moments ago. You did, and then sometimes you'll post it occasionally on a community tab post or on Instagram.
And people have really loved and enjoyed that, but like my old stuff, totes cringy. People make fun of it. I even make fun of it, so I completely understand.
Sure.
But yeah, that could be something I would be interested in, because I write a lot in like metaphors. It used to be so much worse, and a lot of people are like, what does this mean? So I understand why.
My metaphor, I read a lot in metaphors, and for you idiots that don't know, that's like a comparison using like or as, or is that a simile? Either way, for you idiots that don't know, and like, so if you just can't get my intellectual brain, like maybe you do need me to explain my metaphors for you. The thing that made your poetry cringy is that it was, like, cringe metaphors. Like, we don't need you to explain it. It was straightforward and to the point, bestie.
Would you ever consider talking more about your childhood, telling stories or something similar? I feel like a lot of people, myself included, could find something relatable or insightful in that. I have thought about sharing more about my past, but I just feel like I'm not sure that I should, because I know people are super just into, theories and conspiracies and twisting everything I say, and I find that to be very frustrating, and I don't want my childhood and the trauma that I went through to be a topic of discussion in that regard, because I feel like it's inappropriate, I feel like it's rude, I feel like it's triggering, and I just don't like it. So I don't know.
I think, you know what, keep that energy. I think that's fair. I think that is 100% fair. Keep it off the internet. You know, you've talked vaguely enough about the things that have happened to you that, like, I think that's probably enough for people. You are probably absolutely correct that people will start making up some conspiracy theories and misinterpreting what you're saying. You are absolutely correct about that.
Have you considered getting weights so you can at least keep your arms active while you're sitting in bed all day?
Well, I guess you can't really use this for that, but I would imagine if Amberlynn Reed got weights, they would go the way of that. What was that little woo? Once again, you can't actually see my feet, but I'm pedaling. You remember that little pedal thing? I think wifey got it for her, or maybe she just got it for herself. I can't remember. But I assume if she got some, like, hand weights, it would go the same exact way as those did.
I actually have not thought of getting weights, but I do have, like, armbands and such, so I do have that. But maybe I could get some weights. That's probably actually a really good idea.
Well, let's get to...
I have been doing, like, these, like, punch exercises and, like, arm ups. My girlfriend's trying to support me through all that, because...
Let's do it. You could definitely do a day of my life in bed vlog situation type of deal. Show yourself doing that. You used to show yourself working out all the time. Kind of miss it.
A couple hours ago, I had another emotional anxiety breakdown, and I've been feeling very defeated, honestly. And she's trying her best to, be like, babe, it's okay, and just support me in any way that she can.
She said I'm just curious about when this happened. Was this while she was all over Instagram fighting with people? So she said that it's been 9 days, earlier in this video, she said it's been 9 days of her injury. It happened on the 16th, the 17th, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So she's posted this today, unless I didn't count right. She posted this today. She filmed this today, the 25th, and posted it immediately. So yeah, she probably is having some emotional time, because she was talking shit on Instagram and people were talking shit back to her. Like, that's why I'm like, I don't want to, like, discount whatever mental health challenges you're having, but it's, like, clear that those things happening on Instagram aren't helping that. Like, let's turn Instagram off. Which, to be fair, at least in the past 12 hours, she hasn't posted anything new. Like, I checked last night before I went to bed, and I checked this morning when I woke up, and I hadn't seen anything. I haven't checked in the past few hours, so maybe she's back at it again. But it's just like, yeah, maybe you need to take a break from the Instagram. I'm sure that's not the only thing going bad in your life. Like, you're obviously injured and not getting to do all the things you want to do, and I'm sure there's probably things that you haven't even told us on the internet, like, that are just going on personally for you. But also, like, let's just consider maybe the concept of, like, not adding to that, right? Like, maybe let's not add to it with Instagram raging, you know?
Can you accept that your weight, although it may not have to do with your initial trip, absolutely affected how severe your injury was because of physics?
Right.
And how you were able to recover, not being able to use crutches,
right.
boots, scooters, etc.
Yes, that is what, when people say that her weight has impacted this injury, I'm pretty sure the majority of people, that's what they mean. Like, of course everybody can trip and fall. Everybody can trip and fall. I have tripped and falled? I've tripped and falled. I've tripped and fell in the past. But, like, certainly the condition of my body changes how I am able to respond to that, react to that, etc.
In my first video talking about my injury, I made it very apparent that I am completely aware of the fact that the way that I heal and what I'm doing to heal is very much because of my weight.
Okay, so why are you fighting with people about it on the internet? Why are you fighting on Instagram about it? Doesn't make any sense.
Was the first one to bring that to the YouTube attention. Like, so you guys don't have to tell me that. Yes, I'm very aware. I can't use crutches because I can't hold my body straight. You know, that's why I have to use a cane. You know, I can't wear a boot or a cast because they don't make them for people my size, which I feel like they should. That's very important because people my size do fall.
Sure.
People with lymphedema do fall.
Sure.
I just do not believe that my weight plays a role in the actual injury. I was vlogging, I was walking, and I stepped off of the curb.
No, I don't know that people were ever debating that. The way I just want to throw something out this window that's right over here that you can't see, it just makes but who was debating that? Who was debating that? How many people really, really, truly believe that the reason you fell was just because you were obese? Who? Who said that? And give me their names, Amberlynn, and I will go talk to them. I will defend you if that's what they're saying. But the majority of the people I saw talking about it, truly, that is not what they were talking about.
That is one of the most common ways. Google it, do research, talk to your doctor, do anything you need to. But that is one of the most common ways that people tear ligaments in their ankle.
What,
is
vlogging?
Off curbs.
Vlogging and stepping off of curbs.
And I did it without acknowledging that I was doing it because I wasn't paying attention. So no, I do not blame my weight for the injury, but I blame my weight, and I will be blaming my weight for the prolonged healing process.
Okay. All right, then we're all on the same page now, right? Can we all just agree now all of us and Amberlynn, everybody collectively, we're on the same page?
That, like, my weight is brought up in every sort of situation. It just becomes really frustrating because it's like, I'm more than my weight. I am a human being.
As you pointed out, you brought it up, and then you started fighting with people when they brought it up again.
And I just feel like when people, a lot of you, not all of you, but I feel like a lot of you just look at me as a fat, morbidly obese, lazy-ass bitch. Like, that's how I feel.
I mean, I might look at you as a bitch. I'm just kidding.
And that's just not... That's not it. There's so much more to me than my weight. I could have very well been injured because my shoes were unstable. Like, it could have been anything.
Sure.
But for some reason, people are like, no, because of your weight.
I will say, I think that, like, fat people, obese people, overweight people, whatever word you want to use, I think there are a lot of situations where they're often commonly looked at just for their weight. I mean, I think that that's like any marginalized, minoritized identity, right? Like, there have been many times in my life where people have wanted to make, like, my queerness the only thing about me when I'm, like, more than that, right? But it is very much a part of who I am, correct? But, you know, I think that's the thing, though, is that the reason people bring up weight with you is because, especially lately, but also the majority of your YouTube career has been centered around your weight as a part of your identity. And it's like convenient for you sometimes for it to be a big part of your identity, and sometimes it's not. And I can understand how that's frustrating when people attribute things in your life to your weight that aren't about your weight. But, I mean, you even said here that you were the one that initially said that your healing process was impacted by your weight. So it's just like, you also gotta recognize what you're putting out there that has led people to, like, view you as your weight, you know? I mean, I certainly would like to view you as more than that. That's why I get excited when you, like, talk about your relationships and, like, do these hauls and things like that, because it is, like, a brief step away from us talking about who you are in regards to your weight and seeing who you are outside of that, you know? You want people to think about you less than just your weight. Like, let's do more than just talk about your weight on your channel, you know? And certainly, again, that is a part of your life, so I'm not saying, like, cut it out altogether, but I'm saying if you have a balanced mixture of all of it, then we can start talking about some other things, you know?
While there's thousands and thousands of skinny people weekly getting the same exact injury the same exact way that I did my cat right now.
Her just, like, refusing to understand where people are coming from. She talks so much about reaction channels twisting her words, just general audience members twisting her words, changing it. It's just like, she does all of that herself. It's almost a little bit of projection at this point, because the way that she has twisted this to be about how skinny people also get ankle injuries. Well, no shit, Sherlock.
Do you think we, in parentheses, actual supporters, will ever get couple content? Like your girlfriend does your makeup,
yes,
anything like that?
Let's do it.
See,
please.
This is hard for me.
Please.
It's like,
please just put wifey in the fucking video at this point. Please, I'm begging you.
I would love for you guys to meet my girlfriend.
Please.
But her and I both agree that this is just not a safe place for her. And the way that people have conspirized, is that a word? Aneurysms.
It's so funny when I don't know words.
The way that people, like, theorize and, like, make up rumors and, like, things like that, when all you guys have literally seen is, like, her hand, her arm, her legs, like, the way that you guys have already treated her is, when I say you guys, I am specifically talking about a large portion.
Right, because you're saying you guys after this person made a point to say we, your actual supporters. So you're responding to a person who has identified themselves as one of your supporters. And you're like, you guys have treated wifey so bad. Which, like, have people, unless we're, like, talking about this isn't actually wifey that we're talking about, like the person that the people of the internet have discovered and found is not wifey. Like, has she been treated poorly? Like, how could we treat her poorly?
Of, like, the hater nation. The way that
also,
you guys have already treated her.
This is just a sidebar, but who is really still using Hater Nation these days? Who is identifying as a part of that? Because it's been years since I used that word to describe anything I do personally. There got to be too many people involved with Hater Nation when I didn't sign up to be associated with those people. So it's just like, who's using that outside of maybe Amberlynn Reed?
Has been kind of horrific. So I don't want her involved in that. I protect the people I love.
I mean,
like when my mom was here for a couple months during my whole cancer story, like, she was totally fine with being on camera. She was like, yeah, I'll be in your videos, but I would not allow it.
You know, and I think I all jokes aside, and as much as I would love to see wifey on the channel, I have consistently said I think it's, like, a smart idea to protect whatever is going on, like the people surrounding Amberlynn Reed and things like that. I will say, her channel has definitely taken a hit because of it. I mean, the most interesting things about both the Destiny and Becky era were the people around her and how they responded and reacted to just, like, the buffoonery of Amberlynn Reed. So I do think her channel is much less interesting because of it. But, you know, if it was me, I was in Amberlynn Reed's shoes, her little ballet slipper flats, I would probably opt to not share as well.
I protect those I love, and I'm not going to put my girlfriend through that anytime soon. If it wasn't for the craziness that surrounds my channel, we would definitely be more open to her being in my videos, 100%. But right now, it's just, I don't want it to damage her mental health, the way she is as a person. I don't want it to ruin her confidence as a person. I know that the comments and some of the people who follow me are insanely horrible, and I just want to protect her from that. I do have her in some of my vlogs, like her voice and stuff like that.
It sure is.
I know a lot of you do enjoy that.
Yeah, that baritone voice gets me going. I do just in general love a deep voice on like anybody, truly. One of my favorite people from my Twitch streams, her name is Forest Fruit on Twitch, and actually maybe I'll link her in the description box because she streams on Twitch now, and she has like, I don't want to say deep because maybe that's not the word to describe it, but her voice is low, beautiful, like a good ASMR voice. So yeah, I love Wifey's voice popping in. It's what I look forward to every Amberlynn Reid video.
Those who are frustrated with that, I do find that to be kind of odd because it's me just respecting what she wants. And I'm also respecting what I promised myself and what I promised her, and
sure, I appreciate that you're respecting that, but why do you think it's odd that people are frustrated about it? You're supposed to be a vlogging channel, and you have this whole-ass human living with you, and you vlog your daily life, but yet we never see the person that's living in your home with you.
For those of you who respect us and our decisions and are accepting and patient regarding that, I appreciate you guys so much. Are you planning on getting surgery for lymphedema removal? My boyfriend also has lymphedema, and we've been looking into therapy/surgery. Sorry you're suffering with it too. Tell your boyfriend he's in my thoughts because I know how rough this is, especially trying to find treatment. And the fact that it's not curable is the part that really messes with my head, because it's like most things are curable. There's a medicine you could take or something you could do for it, but lymphedema is one of those things that you're stuck with forever.
There are a lot of conditions that are not curable, just for the record. There are a lot of like chronic health conditions that people deal with forever. You have just not experienced them yourself, but like I'm sure there are a lot of you in the chat that have experienced chronic conditions that are not curable. Not that changes how her thoughts are. It just is like interesting to me that she's never thought about that prior to having a like chronic condition herself.
Even a surgery can't fully take it away, but it's weird that you asked this because I have been trying to learn more about surgery when it comes to lymphedema. I do believe that it's insanely invasive. It's a very, very invasive surgery, so that kind of scares me. But if you guys look at the pros and cons, if I look at the pros and cons, based on how bad lymphedema is versus the invasiveness of the surgery, I think that for some people, surgery for lymphedema is the right choice. Other times, it's like, is it really worth it? So I think more so.
Is it the right choice for you or not? Can we get to that point? What do you think about it for yourself?
Than anything, your boyfriend, I don't know really what he's going through, but I know that people with lymphedema, I know this is like, why am I giving advice? Because I've had lymphedema for years and I haven't even done this. You should see a lymphedema specialist. I know I need to. My doctor is referring me to one, which I'm super freaking excited because it's like every doctor I see, they know what lymphedema is, but they don't know, that's why they're...
Wow, she said, Zach, if you want to talk about this lake thing, remember that it was 4 years ago and that I've changed as a human. And her saying maybe I should go see a specialist for this instead of just making assumptions about what I can or can't do. Maybe she has changed. Maybe Amberlynn Reid has changed. Maybe she's changing. Wow, stunning. You give up public pools and lakes, and now you start seeing specialists. What is happening in the world?
There's a specialist for that. So I'm excited because I want to ask all the questions. I want to learn more knowledge. I want to know everything about lymphedema. I want to know what I can do to fix this. Does the idea of actually losing the weight and needing to maintain the weight loss scare you? Yes. I sometimes have these moments where I'm like, every single day for the rest of my life, I have to choose to be on track. that thought is terrifying, because it's like, my whole life I haven't been able to stay on track. So what makes me think that one day it's just gonna click and I'm gonna be on track for the rest of my life, able to lose weight and maintain? It's hard. It's scary.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
when you think about it like that, like, Bessie, let's take it a day at a time. Let's focus on today. What can we do today? And then once we get through today, let's talk about what we're going to do tomorrow, when it's tomorrow, you know? Like, a day at a time. Yeah, that would be frightening, to be like, can I do this the rest of my life? Well, let's focus on today, because so far today, what have we done?
It's a scary thought, but it's possible. You know, just because it's scary, just because it's hard, it doesn't mean it's not possible. Why
Sure.
did you say you weren't the one striking channels, only to admit on Instagram that it was you and you do it again? So again, this is through the rumor mill, because I have...
Well, you just struck... I think she's just struck apathetic facts. I think that's it. I don't know that other channels have been... Somebody tried to say that she struck Sinatra Says or something like that. I don't know about that. She has admitted to striking apathetic facts, though.
I've admitted, and I have said 1,000 different times, that I did copyright strike a channel. I have admitted that. I have shared that. I am not afraid to admit that or share that. So me mentioning it on Instagram is no different than the several videos that I talked about it.
Right.
So I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I'm confused by that question,
said
too.
That I didn't do that, because I had a whole video literally titled...
She sure did.
That I...
She sure did.
Copyrighted strike somebody. So this is, again,
you know what?
just more room.
I know I usually give her a hard time for, like, for, like, the quirky... Actually, I think that was, like, a genuine mistake. You know, I let me stop to point that out. I think that seemed more of, like, a genuine struggling to say the words correctly than all of these other times, because she didn't go afterwards. Because also, though, maybe I'm just being more empathetic, because I always, every single time that comes up in a video that I have to talk about the copyright strike system, and I always want to talk about it in past tense, I'm like, copyrighted, copyright striked. It's just a confusing word, a confusing phrase.
Like, this whole rumor thing lately has been so insane, because so many people are like, I don't watch your videos on your channel. I watch them through reaction channels. And every single reaction channel has their own opinions, and they twist things that I say, and they create different narratives. So people aren't getting full information from me. Instead, they're getting information through reaction channels.
Well,
like,
I mean... I guess I could speak for myself. Let me speak for the one and only Zachary Michael. I don't twist or edit your videos. At most, I cut out parts that I don't have anything to say anything about. Like, I'll cut out the parts with, like, Twinkie and Rarity and things like that. I will condense the parts that are boring, because I do that part. But, like, outside of that, I'm just reacting to the things that you do. It's interesting that you think that we twist and manipulate the things, when you actually, the one time you reacted to me, you actually did twist and manipulate the things, because you cut off a video. You cut out the part where I was actually explaining what happened, and then you said that I was trying to say something that I wasn't. So, like, you think that is what we're all doing. I mean, maybe there are people doing that out there. I can't speak to those channels. I can, like I said, speak for myself. But I'm not doing that. I'm literally reacting to the video, and people are still getting to watch your video to some extent. They're just hearing my opinion about it with it. You know what I'm saying? People can watch your own video and form an opinion, or read your Instagram stories and form an opinion without the help of reaction channels. You want to say that some of these things are rumors, and it's like, Bessie, I'm reacting to what is in your video. I'm reacting to what you post on your Instagram story. I'm not adding in stuff that didn't happen.
Okay, so this is going to be the last question for now. Have you been recognized in public? Was it a good or bad experience? How often does it happen? I have been recognized
so many
easily
times.
over 100 times at this point, and every single time it has been a good experience.
Great.
It always starts with, are you Amberlynn Reed from YouTube or are you on YouTube? Everyone always asks that. It's like they're never really like truly confident. Like, is this Amberlynn? I don't know. But yeah, every experience has been good.
I think
there's the usual, oh my God, can I give you a hug? Can we take a picture? I've had people...
I don't think that's like... I would assume that's how most people approach celebrities or like pseudo-celebrities or people that they follow on YouTube. I mean, I will say every single time somebody's ever approached me, they've said, are you Zachary Michael from YouTube? So... You know, I don't. I kind of felt like she was trying to me, my interpretation was her trying to be like, this is something special that just happens to me. But I think that that's like a pretty normal reaction most people have.
People ask for my autograph, which...
Oh.
Actually, the first time I was recognized in public...
Who is out here asking for Amberlynn Reed's autograph? Y'all are so silly. What are you gonna do with that? Who's gonna do something with the Amberlynn Reed autograph?
With my girlfriend, someone asked for my autograph. My girlfriend was like, oh my God, I cannot believe this is happening. So if you guys ever see me in public, definitely come up to me.
I'll come say hi, bestie.
I am probably more nervous than you are. I'm very nervous.
I'm on my way.
Anxiety, shy.
I'm not actually. I'm not. I would not go out of my way to go see Amberlynn Reed. If I happened to be in Kentucky for whatever reason, I'm not even sure what that reason would be, and I saw her, great, but I'm not flying to Kentucky just to go see Amberlynn Reed. That's weird.
Okay, so I'm gonna end this video. All right. To like talk to you guys more.
Cool.
Because my vlogs have been very like... just like one-sided lately, and I think it's fun to like communicate with you guys.
Sure.
Especially
whatever you got to do to set it up for you to feel okay about doing 3 more Q&A videos. Whatever it takes, Amberlynn.
The things that you guys are curious about. So I hope that you guys did enjoy this video, and I'll see you in my next one.
I guess it was fine. It was an okay video. Not my favorite Amberlynn Reed video, but certainly not my least favorite. Well, I would have to think about that. I don't know if I actually have a favorite or least favorite. But anyways, did y'all get your questions answered from the silent Amberlynn Reed? That's so funny to me that she really thinks that with, 203,000 subscribers on YouTube that she has somehow been silenced. But did you get your questions answered? I hope you did. I surely do. Anyways, that's all I have time for today. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. And if you did, and you're not already subscribed, consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell button so you get notifications every single time I post a new video. Make sure to also leave me a comment, hit like, click share, follow me on my social media, including my gaming channel, my Twitch channel, and also check out my merch down below. I might be doing a giveaway on Twitch for a little gift card for my merch shop, so go check that out. Just stay tuned, and I hope you all have the loveliest of days. Bye!